Hello, great souls. Welcome to our Yoga for Everybody chair yoga flow. We have a few students in person today, so a hybrid class, which is wonderful. Wonderful for our yoga studio to start opening up a little bit and have friends here. So welcome, friends. Good to be with you. Let's all take a moment to center ourselves in our seat so you can reposition yourself in any way that you need to feel like your spine is lifted and lengthened, shoulders relaxed down from the ears, palms turned upward on the thighs. You could also have them turned down if that's better for you. Belly relaxed. Take some nice deep full breaths in and out. And as you breathe, visualize your breath washing through the body. The teachings of yoga speak of prana, life force, divine energy, moving through the breath and behind the breath. So when we're consciously breathing deeply, we're drawing prana, life force, into the body and guiding it through the body. Yogananda said that prana is filled with divine intelligence. It knows just where to go. So as you breathe, feel yourself inviting prana to flow through the body and to any part of the body that's needing healing energy, divine presence. Feel your feet connected to the earth and the grounding quality this provides. And lift the gaze of the eyes to help draw the energy up toward the forehead, the spiritual eye, referred to sometimes as the point between the eyebrows. Yogananda called this the doorway to infinity. Breathing deeply and fully, bringing your whole self to the moment. One more deep, full breath in and out. Let's bring the palms together, hands to the heart, honoring the divine light within yourself and within all beings with namaste. Namaste. Okay, great souls. So let's stay seated. Sometimes in our chair yoga practice, we will come up into standing, but every week I like to do things a little bit differently. So if your eyes have been closed, go ahead and open them again, and we will practice the Durga Pranayam 2, the full yogic breath flow, first in the chair, and then later we'll try that standing, and just notice the difference. So here, with the hands are magnetic, we're drawing energy up the body as we inhale. The arms come up and we expand back, slight arch in the spine. Exhale, the hands come down and they flow in front of the body. You surrender, release, and arms come out to the side. Release the head and neck. When you're ready to inhale up, you guide your hands in front of the body, the arms come up, and you're kind of just leaning back slightly, so slight arch in the spine. And then you bring the hands back, flow in front of the body. You can go the same pace as I am, or find your own rhythm with this. Surrender, release. It's a nice way to wake up the physical body, practice tuning into a flow of energy within you. Sometimes you can actually feel that flow of energy moving. Surrender, release. Inhale up, expand. Just noticing how it feels to move the body and align the movement with your breath. Inhale up, extend, and exhale down. Beautiful. Okay. So I think we will come up into standing. There's other things we can do seated, but I'm just feeling that it might be nice. So I'm going to come up, and I will, just to help you see me visually, I kind of move my chair a little bit. One of the guidelines with chair yoga is you want to make sure when you're using the chair for balance, it's on something that won't move. So I always place it on a sticky mat. At home, you could have it against a wall. So here we're going to practice circle of light, circle of joy. You want to be careful with your shoulders and your arms. So we inhale, fingers interlace and elbows lift up. We exhale, arms move out in front. Now this is where the arms come up. Your hands could be like this, or you could release and bring the arms up, which can be a little easier. You decide. Exhale down. And then the hands come behind. If the fingers can come together, the hands come together, you interlace and bring the arms back. Release and exhale. Arms come together, palms together, hands at the heart. So inhaling, exhale, inhale, stretch, reach tall, release, and now you use the mind to visualize light and joy surrounding you. Beautiful. Fingers interlace behind the back, inhale, opening the front of the heart, a little bit of an arch in the spine, exhale, release. Palms together, hands at the heart. Nice, one more time. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Stretch tall. Release, visualize light and joy surrounding you. Fingers come behind the back. We inhale, open. Surrender, release. Beautiful. Okay. Hands together at the heart. Okay. So now we'll practice side-to-side stretching. If you want, you can have a chair, the back of the chair for balance for yourself. We step the feet slightly apart, and we'll inhale, left arm up, and exhale over, reaching through the fingertips. And we'll do this as a flow. We'll inhale up and exhale down. And you just notice, how does it feel for your body to stretch and reach in this way? Modify as you need to. So if it's hard on the arm to come all the way up, no need to do that. Inhale up. Nice. And exhale down. We'll do this a few times. I'm going to move my chair a little further away. So left arm comes up. Again, you can follow my pace or find your own. Exhale over. Nice reach through the fingertips. Inhale up. And exhale down. I can feel it all the way down towards my hip. Inhale up. Lengthen. Exhale over. Inhale up. Nice. Exhale down. So this time the practice, we're going to hold the stretch for a few breaths. So we inhale, left arm up. We really lengthen alongside the body, like try to touch the clouds, and then exhale over. And if you like, you can rotate your head to look up to the sky. Breathing deeply. And just notice if you can sense an opening alongside the left side of the body, because we really are opening up a lot there. And you don't have to go far over to the side to open up. You find for your body what's needed. We'll inhale up. Nice. Exhale down. Beautiful. And then we'll go to the right side. Inhale up. Reach towards the clouds. Really lengthen. And then exhale. And again, if you like, rotate your head to look up to the sky. So this is also balancing, which you might notice. And that's why having a chair for support is fine, if you need that. You could do this seated as well. Don't need to be standing. Inhale up. Nice. Exhale down. So now we'll practice a forward bend. Actually, I'm going to use the back of the chair for this. So what you want to do, very nice, is that have it so that the chair and you are on the mat to have your, or on something that won't slip. The hands are going to be on the tops of the thighs. We'll lift and lengthen through the crown of the head. And then exhale forward, pressing on the thighs to support the spine. So the first thing you do is you're here with the hands on the thighs. I'm looking down towards the floor. I'm reaching through the crown of the head and the tailbone. And I'm lengthening my back. You can bend your knees a bit if you need. So if you're feeling the stretch more in the back of the legs than in the spine, you could bend your knees a little bit. But it's fine. We are stretching out the back of the legs. Deep, full breaths. Yeah, looks good. In and out. And then we'll bring our hands to the back of the chair. And that will lengthen the spine. And you can, what I do is I step away from the chair a little bit and I line my ears up with my arms. That's it. And get a stretch through the back and through the legs. This is Padahastasana, the jackknife pose. The affirmation is, nothing on earth can hold me. Nothing on earth can hold me. And you just feel within yourself the quality of inner freedom. Nothing on earth can hold me. Very nice. To come out of the pose, we walk towards the chair. And then release. You can keep holding it if you need for balance. Otherwise, bring your arms down to the side. This is Tadasana. So I'm facing the chair, but I can also face you to show you. Relaxed shoulders down from the ears. Belly relaxed as you breathe. Lifting and lengthening through the crown of the head. This is standing mountain pose. And we come into this pose just for a moment to notice the difference. Let the body integrate what we've practiced. Padahastasana, the jackknife pose. Nothing on earth can hold me. Very nice. So from here, we'll practice Vrikasana, tree pose. This is a standing asana. And I'm going to show you, there's different ways of practicing. I'm going to show you this way today. So you don't need to use the chair unless you need to use the chair for balance. And sometimes we do. So let's see. I'm going to stand on my, do it this way. So you face you. So I'm standing on my left leg and my right foot, the ball of the foot's to the floor, right? Or I could lift it to my calf, right? Or some people lift it up higher. For me, I don't know, I don't often do that. But you could, right? So it just depends on your body. I'm more inclined to have it on the calf or have it on the floor. So once you find a position, now on the calf, I would also probably, it helps me to have my hand on the chair. Right? But then I could kind of play with it. Like, oh, do I need it? Do I not need it? This can also be true with the foot on the floor. So find the position that's right for you. The hands are at the heart. They can stay right here, or you can inhale them above you. Now, we've done a lot with the arms already. So if that feels like too much for your body, I would recommend keeping them right here. So you decide. This is Vrikasana, the tree pose. The eyes are lifted. Generally speaking, we keep them open in a relaxed gaze. You can close them if you feel really stable, but it does affect our balance. The affirmation is, I am calm. I am poised. So as you breathe, you tune into the quality of calmness and inner composure. I am calm. I am poised. To come out, if the arms are above you, you lengthen them. Exhale down. Come back to Tadasana. Pause for a moment and just notice in your body where you feel that. Feel it in the legs, in the hips, in the arms. How's the breath? Has it increased? How's the heart rate? Just notice these different things. Bring awareness to the point between the eyebrows. So any awakened energy, imagine yourself guiding it up to this point. Mentally affirming, I am calm. I am poised. I am calm. I am poised. Very nice. We'll go to the other side. So I'm just moving the chair so you can still see me. So this time now I'm standing on the right leg, and the left foot comes to the side. I would say choose whichever position for the leg that you did last time. So if the leg was up, try that. If it was on the floor, I would do that to keep balance in the legs and in the muscles. So then arms come into position at the heart, or you can inhale them above the head. You could also bring them out to the side above the head. So it's another way. And the gaze of the eyes is lifted. The fingertips pointing upward helps direct the flow of prana. So know that if your hands are at your heart, you're still guiding the energy to rise within you. Mentally repeating, I am calm, I am poised. And see if you can sense that within yourself. This inner reality. Yogananda called it a portable paradise within. I am calm. I am poised. Deep, full breaths in and out. We'll inhale up, exhale arms down. Come back to Tadasana, pause for a moment, and just notice in your body how that feels. I am calm. I am poised. Very nice. Vrikasana, the tree pose. So here we'll practice Natarajasana, dancing Shiva. And you can use a belt. Sometimes a bathrobe belt can be really nice if you don't have a strap at home. If it's difficult for you to reach your ankle, you could use a strap, and then you're holding that, and you have the other hand on the chair, and then you decide, do you feel balanced to lift it? What's interesting for me with the strap, it's a little harder for my body because I can grab my ankle. So one of the things with modifications, sometimes the modifications are harder because it's not, anyways, it just doesn't line up with the mechanics of your body. So you come into position, let's see, we're standing on the left leg and the right leg is behind us, and your hand can stay on the chair, or you can lift it up a little bit, or you can lift it up further. So you're finding for yourself what works for you. And you can sense right away, this is a balancing pose, a strengthening pose, a very dynamic pose. Dancing Shiva. Shiva is the destroyer of delusion, all that is false. The affirmation is, while I move through life, I remain anchored in my highest self. While I move through life, I remain anchored in my highest self. Keep the breath flowing as you practice. You can come out at any time if you need to come out before I bring us out. Okay, we'll come out. Beautiful. And we'll pause. Lovely. Pause for a moment and really take a moment to notice how it feels. So with this pose, I always feel a dramatic difference from one side of my body to the other. It's a nice practice to begin to get familiar with our bodies. What does it feel like when the body's out of balance? My body's out of balance. I've done one side, not the other. So if I listen to my body, it would say, practice the other side. That's a good thing to know, so we'll do that. So now if we're using the strap, standing this time on the right leg, and the left leg comes back. And I'll put that here. If you're using the ankle, you can hold onto the chair, hold the ankle or the top of the foot. You can keep your hand here the whole time, or begin to move it away. Sometimes just off the chair is a nice way to practice balance, increasing the balance. And other times you can go further. So I can really feel all the legs, all the muscles in my legs working. And they're strengthening by supporting me. It takes a lot of focus, concentration. Keep the breath flowing. Careful not to hold the breath. The affirmation, while I move through life, I remain anchored in my highest self. Nice. While I move through life, I remain anchored in my highest self. A few more breaths. And when you're ready to come out, you'll come out, pause, facing the chair. I'm just turning towards you so you can see me. See if the body's a little more balanced, and just notice how that feels for you. Any flow of energy that you feel, guide here. Yogananda encouraged us. He said, broadcast your positive thoughts, your affirmations from this point. All of these affirmations were written by Swami Kriyananda. While I move through life, I remain anchored in my highest self. Natarajasana, dancing Shiva. Very nice. So from here, we're going to come back into the chair, and we'll practice royal pigeon pose. And I'll show you from a few angles. So what we'll do is we'll take the left ankle and cross it over the right thigh. So let me think about, does that feel okay? Okay. So this usually, right away, you can feel a lot happening. And so very often you don't need to do anything more than this. In my left hip is a lot of what's going on. If you flex your foot, it will protect the knee. So sometimes flexing the foot will help you feel it more in the hip than in the knee. So make sure you don't have pain in the knee. If there's pain in the knee, I would be more inclined to have you practice butterfly. So that's for everybody. I'm looking at my in-person students. That's for you online as well, okay? So we lift and lengthen through the spine. You reach through the crown of your head. Relax the shoulders down from the ears. This is the first phase of pigeon. Oftentimes, pigeon pose, you'll see it on the floor. You'll come forward in your body, but it's important to start here first. Nice lengthened spine. And sometimes I spend more time here than coming forward at all, because the energy is awakening in yoga in the lower chakras. That hip area, right, is the second chakra. First and second chakras are awakened, and the energy rises through the whole system. So, beautiful affirmation for this pose is, I rise above all thought of past and future into the eternal now. Take some deep breaths and breathe into, I rise above all thought of past and future into the eternal now. Feel yourself resting in the power of this moment, the power of eternity. You can stay right in the position that you are, or as the body relaxes, if you feel to, you can come forward a bit in your torso. If you're coming forward, the palms could come together on the calf. They could stay together or turn upward. You could release head and neck. Listen to your body. Honor what's right for you. I rise above all thought of past and future into the eternal now. Yeah. I rise above all thought of past and future into the eternal now. A few more breaths in and out. Very nice. And then we'll come back up to neutral. Uncross, bring the foot down, turn the palms up, and take a moment. This is seated Vajrasana, the firm pose. Often we'll practice this pose for meditation. The traditional on the floor, kneeling, or in the chair, seated Vajrasana. So just centered body, centered self. I rise above all thought of past and future into the eternal now. Very nice. Okay, we'll go to the other side. So now we'll take the right ankle and cross that over the left. And sometimes I reposition myself in my seat if I need. And again, there's a lot in my body happening, especially in the hip area, without moving my torso at all. So I'm really going to focus on drawing the energy that's awakening up the spine, bringing it here. Hands can rest here. They could be like this. Sometimes you could have your hand down like that if you like. When you come forward, if you do, palms together or turned upward. So lifting and lengthening, breathing deeply, mentally affirming, I rise above all thought of past and future into the eternal now. I rise above all thought of past and future into the eternal now. If it's comfortable and you want to come forward in your body, you can do that, surrendering head and neck. To come out of the pose, we inhale up, we uncross the legs, turn the palms upward, and just take a moment with relaxed belly, mentally affirm, I rise above all thought of past and future into the eternal now. Deep breath in and out. Rajaka Pottanasana, Royal Pigeon Pose. Okay, very nice. So from here, we're going to practice a spinal twist, seated spinal twist. And there are two options. One is you keep the feet on the floor, and sometimes I'll bring the legs together. It kind of helps with this. And you lift and lengthen, and you'll slowly exhale. Take your time. We kind of do it a few times. Inhale, exhale, and eventually turn your head to look over. We go towards the left and then the right. The other option is to take the right leg, or actually, let me do this. How am I going to do this? Yeah, right. I'm mirroring you guys, and when I mirror on this particular pose, it's harder to do. So let me think about this. Okay, so I'm going to do, normally I would do that. So I'm going to take right, left leg, thank you. Okay, so you would bring your left leg over the right, lift and lengthen, and you begin to turn. It's a deeper twist for the spine. So feet are either side by side or legs are crossed. And sometimes I'll have my fingers here, just kind of pull up to lift and lengthen my spine. So inhale, and then I'm going to keep looking forward as I exhale, turning towards the left. Inhale, exhale, and then eventually inhale, exhale, I turn to look back, and I might bring my right arm over. And the left arm can just be, kind of on the chair seat or the leg behind me. I'm careful not to pull myself into the twist. Very nice. And you're lengthening through the spine. So the whole time, keep the spine as lengthened as possible. Nice, yeah. And you're twisting. One of my favorite affirmations. I radiate love and joy to soul friends everywhere. Inhale and exhale back. And then we'll go to the other side. So if you're crossing, you'll cross. Lift and lengthen. Inhale and exhale, and just move yourself slowly. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and then turn. It's actually goodwill. I radiate love and goodwill to soul friends everywhere. You feel yourself sending out waves of divine friendship to all. I radiate love and goodwill to soul friends everywhere. We'll inhale, come back to center, uncross. We'll finish with Balasana. I like to move myself back in my chair a little bit so I don't slide off my chair. Your legs can be together, or you could bring them apart a little bit to make room for the belly, because we're going to come forward on the thighs. Exhale forward, release head and neck, and the hands come down. It's a gentle stretch for the back. And if it's okay, you release the head and neck, and the weight of the torso gives you a stretch in your spine. Deep, full breath. I relax from outer involvement into my inner haven of peace. I relax from outer involvement into my inner haven of peace. And then we'll inhale, bring ourselves back up. And we'll turn the palms upward and pause for a moment and just notice, take a moment to notice how you feel in your body. Draw the awareness, a gentle inward lifted gaze toward the spiritual eye. I rise above all thought, past and future, into the eternal now. While I move through life, I remain anchored in my highest self. I am calm. I am poised. I relax from outer involvement into my inner haven of peace. Deep, full breath, in and out. We'll bring the palms together to the heart, honoring that divine light within you, within all beings, once again, with Namaste. Namaste.